position that the ego was good, what would the actual arguments I'd make be, though? What would be an actual argument in favor of the ego?
Okay, you'd be like, okay, see how much I did, and look how little I took. That would be a good way to argue an ego. So you'd be like, see how many people I helped. That's something that you made. Okay.
No,
see,
I don't make
it's
that
different. Okay. Okay. Well, you could be like, for example, what an ego's good. Be like, well, look, I'm so successful in my job. Why don't you try to be inspired as I am and do the same thing that I'm doing?
No, you keep framing it through helping other people. I'm not trying to make that claim.
Oh, okay. Oh, just like personally?
There's other ways to argue for the ego. Well, no, it doesn't have to be framed through those impacts, right? You can frame it through other impacts. You can frame it through a larger understanding that we manifest the discourse that we speak, and such that when we understand ourselves as moral agents, that means we embrace our moral agency. The alternative to that, the destruction of the ego, is to reject one's ego in favor of stasis, moral stasis, not necessarily actual stasis, obviously not actual stasis, but moral stasis. So there would be one possible argument I might make in favor of the ego. Is that the argument that you understood me to be making when you said you understood which arguments I was going to make?
No, yes, I kind of did understand that you could come from another idea of making an argument of the ego for your own personal gain, but the idea.
But is that the argument I just made? Hold on. Is that the argument I just made?
You said. Okay, no, that's not the argument you just made. You said the kind of arguments. You said the kind of argument of egos that I compare believing in, and then you said how there's other possibilities to compare to an egotistical forms of thinking, right? Like that.
What did I actually say, Audra? Do you remember?
Something about like homeostasis.
Were you listening? I don't know if you were listening.
I was listening kind of, but also zoning out.
Okay, he said.
Listening to remember.
He said that if you embrace your ego, then you're taking what moral agency were the words you used, and if you were to reject your ego,
the individual is undeniably the only moral agent. My conclusions regarding the ego are gonna, in this particular argumentation chain, stem from that observation. Now, do you dispute that observation that the only individuals can be moral agents?
Fuck, I don't hear.
Eric, your audio cut out.
No. Audio, yeah.
My bad.
You ended at, do you understand that individuals can be moral and then...
That only individuals can be moral agents.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yes, I understand. I understand that people can make choices between good or bad.
He has to come back.
Yeah.
Okay, shit.
For it to be recorded at least.
No. Damn it.
He'll be back.
But really, you guys think that I'm ENFP? Oh no, ENFJ. Here we go.
I don't.
What do you think, ENFP?
I thought I was extremely judgmental all my life. It's kind of weird. Oh, I actually compare myself to ENFP. No. Okay, then federal ego. Maybe on a very, like opening level, ENFJs could be very, very turbulent and very perceptive.
Is this still recording?
Oh, Eric.
The fuck?
Shit. What the fuck? Yeah, it would be. You're right.
Yeah. The way I see it, you can't. You're not an NE Dom because you're too direct in the look in your eyes, the way your whole body language is not.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So that is ENFJ. You're saying, or ENFP.
No, that's a judger basically, an extroverted judger.
It's like diet ESTP.
Diet ESTP.
No.
Oh man, I get it. ESTP, they have that deadbeat look. Oh my god. ESTPs, I feel kind of sad for them too.
Is video still on or something?
Yeah, I think it is on.
Yeah. Are you
Okay,
just a cut in it.
going with that, or is it off?
Thank you for being the grown-up, Susie. Okay, so anything else we want to say about narcissism? Well, look, the thing about the ego, I was saying about the fact that individuals are the only moral agents, and that in general, the destruction of the ego manifests as an attempt to avoid one's moral agency rather than direct it. I think it's probably a mistake on both the utilitarian and on a principlist deontological level to reject moral agency in that fashion or try to avoid it rather than understanding that actualization and application of the will are synonymous.
Okay. I would like to say that it's a damn the crap again. I would like to say that the idea is that you don't want to just live simply in society, but you want to make evolution. So you want to find new ways and new spiritual laws and rules as to how you're going to advance in society, and not just stay as a simple human being. You kind of all your life want to
be. I'm not being specific about what we ought to achieve or what one ought to achieve. I'm saying that the manifestation of reality itself is an individual act each of us does, rendering our reality independently and concurrently, and that the purpose of that reality is to be a representation and manifestation of the individual's will. Why? Because we are first and foremost, above all else, and unavoidably so, moral agents. It is possible to avoid moral actions as much as possible if you want to. If you just sit in one space all the time, it is true you will engage in you will engage on the playing field of morality less total time. That's not a good thing. And it's not because of doing good or doing bad. It's because you're rejecting your destiny, which is a human being is best defined as a moral agent.
Yeah, I see. That's right. Okay, this is where it kind of becomes complicated. This is where things... Хорошо, мы скоро. Хорошо, я уже скоро.
You're going to have to link to it.
Yeah, okay, so basically, yeah, true. Okay, so about this whole moral idea, the ENFJ simply takes what is shown in front of him and he works with it to understand the world. It's very primitive, it's very raw in a sense of understanding what is fair and what isn't. It's like caveman-like form of thinking. And from that originates the original idea of what happened before any philosophers or bureaucrats, Socrates, whatever, came up with as ideas. So that is the idea. The idea is that
in the very beginning, before there was anything, there were the world and the people as always, and everything they did, all they ever did was work, and everything they made was perfect. Okay? Of course, there was Pre-Creator and High Lord Accutron. And then Alien King crashed into the Earth, except he didn't crash, but his brethren did, relieving the people from a state of robotic mind, and that's how it all happened in the very beginning. So the good news is, I've been making notes as I've had the immortal and ineffable truths of the universe revealed to me through magic. Yep, that's right. You too can attain high-level magic simply by becoming a devout Yalorian and purchasing your own Fiery Mapcast Flames of Yalor's Truth. I thereby transubstantiate it.
Yes, okay, all right.
There still is no substance in this.
But if we take everything from an argumentative level, now I could go on an argumentative level and try to think things out and make it make sense. But most of the time, I don't want to. That's the thing.
Who wants to do that? I mean, what a waste of time, right?
Yeah, what a waste of time.
I know.
That's right.
We could think it out, how it makes sense and shit, but
exactly.
I mean, why?
It's just you could be more raw, And okay, so
that's how I like my ideas. I like my ideas raw, you know? It's like, just like I like my gold. I like my gold still in the ore. So instead of wearing like a gold necklace, I have a big rock around my neck.
Right.
And it's just as good because the gold's there. It's gotta, you know, people think, oh, get rid of all that rock. I'm like, fuck no.
Yeah.
It's pretty good rock.
That is right.
Is this still a video on narcissism?
Yes, it is. Am I behaving narcissistically? A little bit, but what else does one do? Thanks for watching Talk with Friends, people, and don't forget to eat plenty of cheese, you narcissist. You're fucking narcissist. 25% of you fuckers out there are narcissists.
No, this is bullshit.
Your child and how it feels. Bullshit.
I was gonna say that there's varying levels of narcissism here present in everyone. The difference is really we're just drawing a distinction between who are the overt narcissists and who are the covert ones.
For shame, it's completely derailed.
I got no chance.
How would you classify me covert or overt?
Okay. Susie, I want to make Susie's point. She wants it made. He's saying there's absolutely no meaningful content in anything that he's saying. I agree with you, Susie, but I think everybody understands, but we need to make it explicitly clear. All right, so thank you very much for watching.
Wait.
Ken, get your thoughts in. What do you guys say about
Wait, what?
Narcissist the fuck out of this. Go.
I don't have anything. Eric, I'm so beyond needing to talk about narcissism. I don't even need to talk about it right now. I'm so beyond that.
You made some pretty strong claims based on nothing in the beginning. For example, that if you were a narcissist, you could be Einstein and nobody would know about it because you would be so violent. It makes no sense.
Okay, yes.
And also
he wouldn't know about they wouldn't know about your Einstein-ness if you were big stabbing him in the face.
I asked him to differentiate between narcissism and psychopathy, and during the argument, he removed all the difference.
You guys are
when you. I guess I did.
I'm trying to.
I prefer that we
being
profile of an EIE.
It's a very complicated disorder. It doesn't give a shit about.
I just have one statement. I just want to say that my opinion on narcissists is that some narcissists are just better than others.
As in,
am I an INTJ?
As in, what do you mean?
Effective at narcissism. As in, some people can polish up their ego shinier than others, perhaps.
Some of us are better narcissists.
So INTJs, you think you're narcissists? But you're just not admitting it. That's why you're not weak.
Not admitting it. Not admitting it, and this is a good stopping spot. I'm just gonna stop this video right here.
Okay,
you guys
I
wanted to say something. You've heard the mini. Go ahead, Michael. Go ahead.
Eric, I wanted to say, does anybody else feel like they show little empathy towards the people they speak with? Do you feel like sometimes you're disconnecting yourself or you're being too power-oriented around individuals?
Let me stop.
I do that on occasion, yes.
Let's stop this video, start a new video on that question. This part 2 kind of a thing, okay? Thank you for watching.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So, Eric, you thought I was an ENTP based on the way that I want to move my ideas on my channel? But look, I don't need to be suppressed and tell people I'm a narcissist. I could simply become any type I want to. That's technically how it goes.
Did Eric freeze?
And then I'll create... Yeah.
He's frozen from incredulousness.
He's not intently watching.
Oh god, I gotta stop this, man.
Well,
he's been completely overloaded. He can't cope anymore. This is the face of host Eric when he can't even.
He's frozen. No, he's not. His connection's coming back. Okay, so the world is completely disordered. I don't know if you guys. Oh no, I'm not gonna go there. No. So
I'm sorry, it's just I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah, no, I'm already like, oh jeez. You know how much it takes for someone to go out and tell that stuff to people and educate them? It's crazy, because the mind is completely discombobulated. You don't understand, like, You don't
Like a
you don't
sheik mask?